You may have heard of it. You may have even engaged in it, knowingly or not. Microcheating, those gray area behaviors like flirting, secret texting, or just liking someone's photos on social media, those can blur boundaries in a relationship. Well, joining us to talk about where the problems lie is Ashley Martin, licensed professional counselor at ThriveWorks Counseling. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
I find this to be a really interesting subject because I think a lot of people, they engage in it subconsciously, not realizing that it's hurting the other person in the relationship. A lot of people can understand kind of what the concept is just by the definition, but maybe you could further define it for us.
Sure. I think, you know, typically when you think of cheating or say someone has cheated, it's, you know, more of a physical act. And recently we've, you know, also come in awareness about emotional affairs as well, but these are less defined, like you mentioned. Texting, liking someone's photo or post on social media, so it's definitely a gray area of, you know, the whole relationship and trust issue.
Yes. So one thing you just said I thought was very interesting, emotional affair. So what would an emotional affair be considered?
So an emotional affair is typically without the physical part, but it is just as it says, you're sharing intimate emotional feelings, details, it can go from friendly to more than that. And sometimes that is actually more hurtful to a partner than like a physical affair.
Well, yeah, I know it's true because a lot of times people say, oh, the physical, it didn't mean anything. And a lot of times it really doesn't. But when you get into the emotions, into someone's heart, that does change the landscape quite a bit because you as the partner would think that you're the safe space. You are the confidant, you know? And when someone is leaning on someone else for those comforts, that
it's a betrayal.
A huge betrayal, a huge betrayal. And what about something that seems so innocent as liking something? You know, everybody becomes a follower of each other on social media, and you don't want to just bypass someone's picture, you just like it, you know. But if your partner sees that you like something and it's attached to maybe the opposite sex, or, you know, you can tell that maybe there's an attraction there. Is that also pretty detrimental? How does someone navigate those waters?
I think it depends on, you know, the transparency with your social media, with your partner. You know, I think a good question to ask yourself or judge is, would I be okay doing this in front of my partner or telling them about it? And when it comes to, you know, liking pictures or posts, I think where it crosses the line is certain pictures of the opposite sex, if they are, you know, more explicit or...
There's a lot of that going around. I wish people would stop already. It's like I've seen it all a million times before anyways.
So that's when it really gets tricky.
I could go off on a tangent on that one, okay, but we won't. We won't. So that does make a lot of sense. And texting, though, I don't know so much that seems like a micro-cheating, because that seems like a very intimate, constant contact that you're maintaining with someone that maybe you shouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why it's important for couples to talk about these things beforehand, because, you know, people have different definitions of what they consider cheating. Some people have trust issues from previous experiences. So, you know, texting can, you know, of course, just be with a coworker and they happen to be of the opposite sex. But I think the important information is the context of the text.
Oh, yeah, naturally, of course, yes. Did the plumber you recommended, did they show up and do their job, right? It was different than something.
Yes, something, you know, more personal.
Yeah.
And, you know, and some partners may be perfectly fine with their partner, you know, texting their coworker.
At what point in a relationship should you establish what those boundaries are?
I think as early as possible, and I mean, as soon as you are exclusive in a relationship, I would suggest, talking about the not only boundaries regarding, cheating or what they consider, microcheating, but other boundaries in general. And I just think it's so important to talk about them with open communication and transparency, and then set those boundaries together before a problem arises.
Yeah, naturally, yeah.
Because
communication is everything, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Because as you said earlier, that it can be unconscious. So someone may, mistakenly be doing something that seems innocent to them, but their partner is not okay with it.
But once you are exclusive, have the conversation, and to do it in a way that's not threatening or with an ultimatum attached to it.
Seeming jealous or something like that. Yeah. No, it's strictly about, let's get it all out there so that we are just aware.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of that.
Thanks
for anyone who wants more information on your practice, where should they go?
Thriveworks.com. My particular practice is in Mount Pleasant, but we have several offices in the Charleston area.
Terrific. Thank you so much. We'll be back in 2 minutes.